So I had this friend, David, who was very, very good at meeting women. He was very, very good at talking to women. He was very, very good at getting a woman's number. And he could talk to any woman. And he was a good-looking guy too, so women always found him attractive. But there was always something very strange about David and his interactions with the women, and that is that he could meet a ton of women, but he was always complaining to me about never being able to get women. And I always said to him, I said, I see you meeting loads of women. I know you've met loads of women. You've got loads of contact details in your phone. How can it be difficult to get a woman? And he said, yeah, I meet women, but it just doesn't go anywhere. I never get them out on a date, or rarely get them out on a date. Nothing ever happens. If I do get them out on a date, they always disappear on me, or they ghost me, or they don't want to continue. And I was thinking, this is a bit strange, because this guy knows how to talk, and he knows how to approach women. He's got confidence. Something didn't add up. And then it hit me. He was getting hit with what a lot of men have problems with. And that is, David didn't have any patience. And so in this video, I want to talk about why women can outweight 99% of men. And my friend in this case, I remember talking to my friend, and he told me that after he meets a girl, he would be firing off messages straight away. You know, hey, it was really great to meet you. When can I see you again? No patience. Or he'd get a girl out on a date, and after the date was over, he's sending her messages, wanting to see her again. And even when he was on the date, he's already talking about what they're going to be doing on the next date, planning it all out. And so he was always getting ahead of himself. And he's like a lot of men out there who I realize they don't have a lot of patience. And I don't have patience. I'm a man. I want to get things done as fast as possible. I like to take action. That's how we resolve things in life. That's how we get business done. That's how we get work done. That's how we get everything done, except for women, because women, you can't rush them. Women come from a place of emotion, and you can't rush emotions. So women can outweight 99% of men, and they do this on purpose because they want to know if a man has emotional control, if he's got patience. If a woman senses that a man has emotional control and he's not rushing to meet her, that tells her something very important, and that is that the man has options, he's high value, he's got a lot of other things going on, and she's not going to have problems with this guy. He's not going to turn into some crazy stalker, psychopath who's blowing up her phone and going crazy when she doesn't meet him. Now, I also mentioned in my book, Atomic Attraction, how women see time in a different way. They perceive time differently to men. A man might wait for a day and it feels like a week. A woman can wait for a week and it feels like a day. So they are a lot more patient. They can outweight men. That's why it can take them longer to respond to text messages. That's why it can take them longer to get back to a man. That's why it can take them longer to meet up with you on a date, because they have a lot more inbuilt patience. Now, that patience and that desire to see you will grow with time, and the more emotions she feels for you and the more she's had intimacy with you, then of course she's more bonded to you, and then she'll want to see you more and more and more until she wants to see you every day. But in the beginning, a woman has more patience and the man has less patience, and that dynamic usually flips when you get into a longer relationship. So it's important to remember that women will outweight you. They will do it on purpose because they want to see if you've got emotional control. And my friend David kept blowing himself out with women, even though he could meet a lot of women and even though he could talk to women, because he didn't have any patience. He wanted to see them straight away. If they pulled away for a week, he got upset. He would call them out on it. He felt disrespected. He made all the classic mistakes. You want to match a woman's patience and be patient yourself, because patient men always win with women. Because then women always get back to you. They always wonder about you. If a woman has 10 options, which is not unrealistic in today's day and age, if a woman has 10 options and she wants to filter out all those options and pick a man. I remember this girl told me that she chose me because I was the only one who wasn't rushing to see her. I was the only one who wasn't messaging her all the time. And she had a bunch of guys trying to chase her. And in the beginning, I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to compete with other men. It lowers my value. Ultimately, women will choose the man who is not chasing them. They will choose the man who is acting differently to all the other men out there. So this is something to keep in mind. And if you want to get a girl back, she's pulled away from you, and you want to maintain attraction, I highly recommend you get a copy of my Get Her Back action plan. It has a 96% recovery rate. You can pick up your copy today by clicking on the link below. And don't forget, I do phone and email consultations. You can book a consultation with me on my website, develofattraction.com, and let me know what you guys think. Have you experienced this yourself in your own life? Let me know in the comments section below, and I'll talk to you soon.